Here we are. Genesis chapter 6. Genesis chapter 6. It says in verse 2 of Genesis 6, the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days. Also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, they bare children to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. Now, there's a book out there, a spurious book, an apocryphal book called the Book of Enoch. It is fake. It's full of errors. One of the errors I can tell you that's in the Book of Enoch, if you like the Book of Enoch, God bless you, it's not the Bible. Do this, it'll help you. The Book of Enoch states that Enoch, one of the things it says, is that Enoch went into and saw the Holy of Holies and saw the throne room of God. And he says in the Book of Enoch that the throne of God sits on 7 mountains. Does anybody have a problem with that? Do you remember in the scripture, you're teaching through Revelation. Where's the 7 mountains? Mystery Babylon. The mother of harlots is sitting on the 7 mountains. Why does the Book of Enoch say that that's where God sits, and Revelation says that's where Mystery Babylon sits? Do they both sit in the same place? No, they don't. That's just one problem with the Book of Enoch. One of the things the Book of Enoch does is it has turned Bible scholars in Genesis 6, Bible scholars claim that it is a proof text to show us that the sons of God in Genesis 6 are fallen angels. That fallen angels, contrary to all other scripture, have cohabited with humans and produced children. First of all, it's not possible. Jesus said it wasn't. Jesus said in the New Testament that angels can't marry and are given in marriage. He didn't make them that way. Hello, do I have to be more explicit? He didn't make angels that way. Okay, so what they've done is they've started talking about, and in fact there's movies that have come out purporting this, and people say, see, the movies say it, which is great Bible study, I would say. So they have this word, it's a Hebrew word called Nephilim. And Nephilim is loosely translated giants. And so, but suddenly, because giants is an understandable word, we have to use the word Nephilim to teach our dogma, and Nephilim help us understand that these are fallen angels. And so they say, that's what the Book of Enoch calls them, Nephilim. Okay? Much easier to understand Nephilim than giants. I mean, we all get that. New International Version, for example, says, the Nephilim were on the earth in those days. And also afterward. Now, I read in the King James Bible, it says giants. The NIV says Nephilim. Which one's easier to understand? Well, they're saying the Nephilim is more accurate. The New Living Translation said in those days, and for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on the earth. English Standard Version, ESV. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward. Berean Study Bible. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days. The New American Standard. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days. Okay? Contemporary English Version changes the word Nephilim to this. The children of the supernatural beings who had married these women became famous heroes and warriors. They were called Nephilim and lived on the earth at that time and even after. So, the contemporary English version superimposes its ideas that these are spiritual beings. Now, I know there's a lot of theories about that, but I just want to show you some basic hermeneutics. The problem with saying in Genesis 6 that God came and judged man because fallen angels had relationships with women and produced children, the problem with that is that you've just given man a pass. The sin on this earth was not the problem or the fault of fallen angels. The sin on this earth was not the devil's fault. Satan came and deceived Eve, But Adam wasn't deceived. The sin on this earth is man's responsibility and man's responsibility only. Listen to what I have to say. Hermeneutics. Taking the Bible as one unit. We all believe that, right? Do this at least you'll agree with me. The Bible is all one unit, right? The words mean what words mean, and you can find continuity of truth throughout the Scripture, right? So, let's take the phrase sons of God. It is found several times in the King James Bible. Genesis 6:2, I already read it. Genesis 6:4, Genesis 1:6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Old Testament reference, obviously referring to angels. Right? It says the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and it says Satan came among them. It doesn't say Satan was one of them, and that's important. That's an important thing. Words mean what words mean. Same thing as Genesis 6 says, also after that. There were giants in the land, also after that. The sons of God came in, saying that the giants did not come from those unions. They pre-existed those unions. Did you follow that? I hope so. Okay, so here, John 1:12. Watch this phrase. But as many as received him, can you finish it? To him gave he the power to become what? Oh, wait. If it's fallen angels in Genesis 6, that means in John 1, it means if you received him, he gave you the power to become a fallen angel or an angel? Or what? What is he saying he's given you the power to become? Romans 8:14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. So who are the sons of God? People who are led by the Spirit of God. Is it possible for a fallen angel to be led by the Spirit of God? A fallen angel has rebelled against God, right? Romans 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. Philippians 2:15. That ye might be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. 1 John 3:1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the what? Does anybody know? Sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. 1 John 3:2. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. What do we find out by reading, hermeneutically, reading the Bible, following the phrase throughout the Bible? We find out something about a son of God. A son of God is someone who obeys God, right? Who follows God. That's not going to be Genesis 6, my friends. If it is the only place in the Bible that completely jumps off the train. However, if you follow the new translations and you read the book of Enoch, it will support the idea that fallen angels are the ones that have given us all the trouble. In fact, the book of Enoch teaches that these fallen angels taught us how to do woodworking, they taught us how to farm, they taught us how to do metallurgy, they taught us all these things, and we're very creative individuals. Guess what we're doing? We're voluntarily worshiping angels. And God says you'll lose your reward. Colossians. Read that and think about it. Now, if you disagree with that, that's okay. I'm just telling you that's what I found. Truth, I did not create truth. It's what I found. Okay?